What's going on, guys? I hope you're all having a great day. We've got a ton of work done here in the garage today. I'm going to catch you all up. Haven't really been recording too much today because we've been so focused on getting as much done as possible. So I'm going to catch you all up on what we've got done today. A lot of the time today has been spent on these upper control arms, and we just ran into a problem right now. Just like any other build, anything that's old and you're working on it, you're going to have a parts issue sometimes ordering parts, and we got the wrong part. It's not our fault, it's actually legitimately the parts store fault this time, because we ordered the same part and this side was fine, the bushing kit was fine. The bushing kit is the part I'm referring to, and the bushing kit for the passenger side, one of them was correct and then one of them was for the lower control arm, so it's obviously too big. You can see right here, that is a problem we ran into. So we can't get the passenger side done, which is no big deal anyway because we're probably going to leave them off, but we do have the ball joints on the upper ones. Been working on this probably all day. We had to go to Lowe's and get an air hammer to get the Cobalt air hammer. The thing's been working really good to get these old bushings out, these bushing casings out of the control arm. Like I said in the last video, it would be ideal to get the new upper control arm with already a new ball joint and bushings in it, but I could not find it at the time. So we went ahead and went with this route. It's the pain in the butt way, but you know, at the end of the day, we could just paint these like we did. We scuffed them up with the wire brush on the other pneumatic tool that we have, the pneumatic drill that we have, and we cleaned them up and then painted them with undercoating. That thing right there, that's what we used in order to clean up these upper control arms. So we're making it work. We're rolling with the punches, getting this thing done once at a time. We did a little work on the 4Runner as well today, changed out an injector, and also changed out the oil, so that's why we got all this out there. Spilt a little bit of oil, so we got some dry sweep.
That cat litter would come in handy.
It did come in handy. We still got to put the cover on the Toyota too, but we'll put some synthetic oil in it. Other than that, wow, what else have we got done today, man? This has taken us a long time. These upper control arms took us a while because we had to run the Lowe's.
Just the upper control arms as of right now, but we still have the master cylinder to bleed, which we'll do that in just a second. Yeah, we did get the kit. Let me show them that. We did get the kit last night for the master cylinder to bleed it out. It's the new rotors for the front. We got so many boxes, so many parts. It's controlled chaos though. I know it looks crazy. We got the intercooler right here. This is the bleeding kit, these little tubes. This is what we're going to use to bleed the master cylinder. It just makes it a lot easier to use the tubes versus bolting the master cylinder to the brake booster to the brake lines. Just makes it a lot easier to do it off the truck where you have a lot more room to do it. So these are definitely going to come in handy for sure.
Make it a lot easier too.
And we could also use this system to actually bleed the calipers too.
Yep, that's true.
So we can do it without having to continually pump the brakes.
We kind of been putting a little bit of a hold on the front only because we got the new coils coming in. So we are having an issue with the shock tower free spinning when we're trying to take the shock out. So we may cut the shock. We haven't decided on that yet. We don't have the new shocks in yet, so we're kind of putting that on hold as far as putting the front end together, as far as the control arms and stuff like that. At least on one side, like I said a second ago. We do have to wait on a part, which will be in tomorrow. I just got off the phone with the parts store. They are going to order the part, the new bushing kit, and it should be in tomorrow. And we got boxes all over the place. So that's what's going on today. We are waiting to put everything back together as far as the rotors and calipers and all that, to give us as much room as possible when we get the new coils. The leveling kit that's going to come in for this thing, I'm leveling it out because it needs the updated coils, because the front end, I don't know if you guys saw, was sagging so bad because of the weight of the 12 valve. It's a very common issue in the year of this 12 valve, and I guess all the first gens, they sag a lot, and that's probably because they're the oldest, of course. So they're the ones that, of course, if any Dodge truck is going to sag, it's going to be these old 12 valves because they're so old, and those coils a lot of times haven't been replaced. These old farm trucks or whatever they're used for to haul trailers, they haven't been replaced. So that's what we're doing. That's why we're putting the leveling kit on. Just level it out, make it look a little bit better. And some people were saying it's going to ride extremely rough. I've read a lot of different reviews. Some people say it rides a little stiff. Some people say it rides like a dream. But we're going to figure that out firsthand ourselves, and I'll let you guys know if it rides stiff like a wagon or if it rides better or whatever the case may be. But with the shocks, I am having to figure out which shocks I want. I want Bilstein 5100s. I know I can get the back ones in Bilsteins, but the front ones, they're designed a little bit differently. So it's going to be a little bit harder to get the Bilstein 5100s in the front. I know I can get Ranchos, and I know I can get the old yellow Bilsteins. You guys know what I'm probably talking about. So I'm going to do some research tonight and tomorrow, and then you guys will be updated on that probably later on in the week. I'll let you guys know what I decide. But we are going to continue to work on this, and I'll catch up with you guys as soon as we get something else done. All right, guys, we just got done putting the ball joints and the bushings that we could put in today on the control arms. We got to wait till tomorrow for the rest of that. But something we can get done today in this video is putting in our Gates belt, our Gator belt, our green heavy-duty belt, and our new tensioner from Gates. You guys know I run Gates in all my trucks. I couldn't recommend them more. All my vehicles, my brother's truck, he even has a Gates belt. Just all around a great company, high quality parts, and you never have to worry about them failing on you or anything like that. So we are putting in a Gates belt and tensioner today in the truck. Show you guys it real quick. Came in like 2 or 3 days. Just like my other truck, it's gonna be the, show you the other side, the Fleet Runner. There's a part number for you right there if you guys are interested in getting the same one. I'll leave a link below to Gates' website where you guys can check out more of their products. You can call their sales teams or technical support team and ask some questions if you have any questions, but I definitely recommend them. You guys know, you'll probably drop a comment down below. You guys already know Gates is a very good brand when it comes to belts. A lot of you guys run them. You've commented down below in the past. So if you are looking for a new belt or if your belt is bad, I definitely recommend them. So we're about to throw this in real quick. Show you the tensioner also. Whenever you replace, now some people comment or they DM me on Instagram and they're like, man, I put the Gates belt in and my Cummins squeak is still happening. And when I respond to them every time, I'm like, did you replace the tensioner? And they always say, no, I didn't replace the tensioner. Now something you always have to do, and a lot of people don't do it, is replace the tensioner at the same time you replace the belt. And it will definitely stop that Cummins squeak. Now, honest to God truth, my truck, I'd probably say 8 out of 10 times doesn't come and squeak. But 2 out of 10 times, it'll come and squeak. And that's just the nature of the beast. But beforehand, it was like 8 out of times it would come and squeak, 2 out of times it wouldn't, before I ran the Gates belt and tensioner. But now it's completely reversed. 8 out of 10 times, no come and squeak. And a lot of people like the come and squeak. A lot of people don't mind it. But me, I'd rather not have it, because when I turn the truck off, like at work, I don't want people to be like, oh, something wrong with his truck or something like that. And that, you know, that's just my thought process. I don't want anybody to think that the thing, you know, is something wrong with it or something like that. So that's why I don't want to run it. Some people like it, whatever. But reliability is just a good reason to go with the Gates tensioner and belt anyway. So we're going to get this going. The stock belt on here, or not stock belt, but the belt that's on here right now doesn't look good anyway, so it was a good time to replace this. So once we get this done, I'll catch back up with you. And before I forget, the part number for the tensioner is 38157. Well, to give us more room, because we got to do the killer dowel pin anyway, we're taking the radiator out. Got a little bit of cat litter on the ground because we spilled some radiator fluid, but for the most part we're catching it all in these 2 pans. The way it's running through the subframe down there, it's kind of running over to that. Got a little bit of a gap between pans, but it's running over to that red bucket the way the subframe's built. But we did get a little bit of fluid on the ground. I figured I'd show you guys that. Because it's a little bit of a funny moment in this 12 valve build, and I want to show you guys the funny moments as well as the build progress. So it's all in good fun. Still putting the Gates belt and tensioner on. Got the old one off pretty quickly. It's looking pretty bad, pretty worn. Belt's not looking too good either, so probably won't be keeping that one for a spare, but probably order another Gates to keep for a spare inside the 12 valve, just like I do my truck. But what's up?
Nothing. I just got seeds all over me. Where they came from.
Well, like I said, we're gonna go ahead and move the radiator out of the way, just like we did the intercooler and the transcooler, as well as the condenser. Moving it out of the way because we got to do the killer dowel pin anyway. Pretty much all these boots on the radiator and all these different fancy things in the front of the thing, like the intercooler, is getting replaced. All the boots are, so at least checking them. They may not all get replaced, but we're at least checking them all. This is almost drained.
I think this is still full.
Dude, I do too, man.
Oh my god.
Pretty heavy?
Yeah. It's still
Oh, Jesus.
It's definitely still full.
Yeah, it is. It's gonna be a while like this. But look at how much room we got now to get into the belt and the killer dowel pin, so we are good there. I'm gonna go ahead, I'll probably have to take the belt off anyway again, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it in because I haven't ordered the killer dowel pin kit yet, so we may still have it in there for a little bit longer. But I'll catch up with you guys here shortly. Just wanted to show you this quick funny moment. Alright guys, so we're tightening up the tensioner right now. We're gonna leave the Gates belt off of it for now, only because I need to get more room for when we do the KDP. And I'll probably be taking this fan off as well. Maybe not tonight, but pretty soon I'll be taking this fan off as well. So I might as well keep the belt off for now. But I am putting the tensioner on, so we're just finishing up the tensioner. I mean, the belt's easy. You guys know how to do all this. The tensioner just slides right in. There's one bolt, and then the belt, depending on what truck you have, what Cummins you have, it's got a belt routing diagram, usually on the hood or right here on the, whatever you want to call it, support frame. So very easy to put this on, self-explanatory. Like I said, I've put them on all my trucks. I've done an actual install video on these before, but I don't feel like that's really necessary right now because it's just so easy. You guys know how to do this stuff. But I'm going to finish tightening this up and then end out this video. I don't want to make it too long. I'm trying to make these videos around 10 to 15 minutes long because I want you guys to stick all the way to the end. And I noticed on my YouTube analytics, you guys usually watch about 10 minutes and then click off. So I don't want to make like a 30-minute video and you guys only watch like 10 minutes of it. So I'm trying to make them about 10, 15 minutes. And I hope you guys are really enjoying them. I'm going to get the torque wrench out now, get that down to the right spec. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please leave a like down below and we will see you guys in the next one. If you're interested in Gates products, like I said in the beginning, I'll leave their link in the description below, so check it out.